Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Israel. And before I start this lesson, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakwadash, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father's only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls God in Jesus Christ. All right, I'm the brother Tazim Makamath, down here in GMS Tampa. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that teaches truth and well. Peace and salutation to the whole fillet that scattered abroad. All right, and I just got this article from the People's Voice.tv. It says Congress just voted to track your web history. Bill Gates celebrate major step towards digital ID surveillance state. Okay, and this is all part of the Esau Edom's agenda, his new world order, and his ultimate plan is to track and control. Okay, he wants to monitor you. He wants to know your whereabouts. He wants to know what you're doing at all times, because as your scriptures say, he sitteth in the temple of the Most High, thinking that he himself is the Most High. Because, hey, as it tells you in the book of Obadiah 1, just get it real quick. It's Obadiah 1. And it tells you, verse 3, Obadiah 1 and 3, it says, the pride of thy heart have deceived you. Right, the pride of your mind that the Lord has put upon you has deceived you. All right, deceived you to think that you're going to stay on the top forever. Okay, thinking that you're going to rule forever. As it tells you in the book of Psalms, their inward thought is that their dwelling place shall stand forever, which is not true, because we know that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right, but it says, the pride of thy heart have deceived you, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? All right, so hey, Esau Edom really thinks that he's going to stand in power forever, okay, in his rulership forever, and that even the Most High himself, he thinks that the Most High himself is not going to bring him down. But really, the Lord had brought you up, because it tells you how Babylon been a golden cup. All right, Jeremiah 51 and 7, Babylon, all right, which we know Babylon to be America today. Babylon have been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Right, okay, everybody had got a piece of Esau Edom. All right, drunk his poison, his venom. All right, has been completely immersed in his poison. All right, and all these nations are going to group together, all right, to fulfill this plan of a digital ID, all right, which is the MOTB, the mark of the beast, all right, which is the Charagma RFID microchip. They want to place in your hand or forehead for total control, bro. There's nothing else this man wants to do but have total control of you. All right, that's why the fourth industrial revolution is all about. That's why they're building AI, robots, and all these things, because gradually but surely they're going to try to do this. They're going to implement this thing, man. Okay. So it says Congress just took the biggest step yet toward ending anonymous and internet access in America. All right. So let's jump into this article a little bit. They have some good key points in here, and that everything just stems back to the scriptures. It says, for years, critics of the global digital ID agenda have warned that governments will never simply announce the end of anonymous internet access. Instead, they predicted it would happen one small step at a time. First, digital V passports, all right, and which we knew that back in 2020. Okay, they implemented this thing, okay, V passports, all right, and we knew that was all a step to get closer to the end goal which is a fulfillment of Revelation 13, 16 on down, or 15 on down. Okay. It says, then biometric identity verification, which biometric means body measurement, then age checks for your safety, then mandatory online identification to protect children. Finally, an internet where every search, every article, every video, every political opinion, and every website can be linked back to verified digital identity. All right, because everything is quote unquote for your safety. All right. And it says Congress just moved the U.S. another step down the path, and Bill Gates and globalist architect of the digital ID systems are celebrating. All right, so let's grab this scripture real quick. Let's get 2 Thessalonians. All right, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worship, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. This man is the son of perdition, the son of destruction. This man thinks he's going to live forever, dwell forever, control and have rulership. He thinks he's going to rise like a phoenix forever, man. Okay? And that's not going to happen, bro. That's why it tells you in Job, the 18th chapter, the light of his candle shall be blown out. Let's grab that real quick. Job 18 and 5. Yeah, the light of the wicked shall be put out. All right? This man's system, everything that is in this world is ran by him, governed by him, designed by him. This is why this world is upside down and confusion. All right? They got moles, which that shit should be put to death. All right? All this thing is upside down confusion. Yeah, the light of the wicked shall be put out. The spark of his fire shall not shine. Right? You're not going to be shining in your enterprise no more. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. The steps of his strength shall be straightened. All right, very difficult. And his own counsel shall cast him down. For he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. Right, because the Lord literally set you up. All right, got you making thermonuclear missiles and all these things, but ultimately he just setting you up just so he could destroy you. All right, and he got you with this, the Lord literally put in your mind to make this technology of a microchip, okay? What's the other one called? Damn, bro, what's the other one called? With Elon Musk, Neuralink. Neuralink with the brain chip. All right, which brother's been speaking about the football player Chris Johnson. All right, he been diagnosed with ALS, which is, bro, I seen that, I was in fear, bro. I'm like, the Lord got to be feared, bro. All right, to have a brain disease like that, man, but for him to able to talk, he would have to have a chip. All right, AI robotic, chip. Okay, so this man is going to be in a straight difficult path, bro. Okay, so let's jump down. It says, speaking before an audience of world leaders and tech oligarchs. All right, what does this word mean? Never heard of this before. It says a ruler and oligarch, a very rich business leader with a great deal of political influence. Okay. It says appointed global health Caesar Bill Gates openly called for the total fusion of biometric digital IDs, personal bank accounts, payment systems, agricultural surveillance, and centralized health records, framing it as an essential progress for humanity's safety and health. So keep in mind that. All right, when you go to 1 Thessalonians 5 and 3, it tells you, 1 Thessalonians 5 and 2, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So they talking about safety, protection, and we gotta track this, we gotta track that. Bro, this man is clearly telling you, okay, of Revelation 13. Okay, Revelation 13, let's go straight to it. Revelation 13 and 16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And it tells you, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So going back to this right here, it says Bill Gates openly called for the total fusion of biometric digital IDs, personal bank accounts, right? Buy or sell, payment systems, agriculture surveillance, and centralized health records. They want to put everything in one. Total control. Remember, the Agenda 2030. This is part of this man's new world order. Okay, now Gates' totalitarian surveillance dream is one step closer to reality, which the Lord is going to allow these devils to do. All right, and it's going to play out in real time, man. This is why we have to warn you. All right, the Lord said, give them warning from me. All right, these people are going to be faced with a great test, man, which is the MOTB. All right, so let's get that, man. Let's end it off with that. Actually, you know, that's the main point I wanted to get, because Revelation 3 and 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Okay, so man, this is a trying, this is a test from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man, to test your fidelity, your faith. That's why the Lord said, shall there be found faith on the earth when I shall come back? Because these people don't have faith. They have faith in Esau, Edom. They have, and that's why it tells you in Isaiah 30, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and trust in the Pharaoh. It shall be your confusion, because ultimately that's what's going to happen. You're going to be greatly deceived because you don't have the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua to defend you and guide you to not take that. People are going to be tested during the time of this with food and water. If you don't have food and water, you can't buy food and water. All right, and they tell you got to take a chip. You crazy, bro. That's why the elect is not going to take it. We're going to ultimately have to suffer that the guillotine, firing squad, whatever it may be, but we're willing to suffer that so we can win with Yahushua, because we know the end goal of this all, bro. We're not finna stop, and we're giving out warning because this is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua's chip that he's going to use Esau to push out to see who you rather worship, this devil or me, the Lord. Okay, and that's what's ultimately what's going to happen, man. And we telling you time and time again, Sirach the 12th chapter and the 10th verse, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. This man is just getting more wicked, more evil, and you can't hide it, bro. All right, so hey, with that, man, do not trust this devil. Do not take this chip. And these people are telling you more and more each and every day that they want to control you. They want everything in a chip. They want everything in the digital asset form to be able to control you and guide you, bro. All right, do not let this carnal man deceive you, bro. You need Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, Ba'Shem HaKadosh. Yahweh Rat Dazah. This was edifying and exhorting to the hopeful elect. So next time I say shalom.